Alright, gentlemen, welcome back. Figured I'll share this with you. This is like a 12 or 14 Chevrolet Cruze. Really, that part doesn't matter. The vehicle came in on a rollback yesterday. Complaint on it was a belt come off of it. Okay, so Serpentine belt came off. I went ahead. This has been replaced. We did the AC compressor on this vehicle about a year ago or so, or maybe over a year. It doesn't matter. Really irrelevant. The AC compressor sits down here, and it actually sits, or it gets bolted on to this mounting plate right here. To do the AC work, I will say this, so there is no confusion about that at all. To exchange the air compressor, you undo 3 of these bolts. That's all that holds the compressor on, okay? So somehow, and you know, I don't want to see stupid comments on, didn't check it. No, I did not check it. Somehow or another, over the course of time, this bolt here on the bracket, it broke. It's broken in the engine. I'll show you that shortly. The other ones are loose. This one here wallered the hole. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up. It's been sitting there doing this number the whole entire time. We got a bolt broken off in the block over here, so I'll show you that. And no, that's something, and that's what I meant by, I will tell you this in the first place, you know, that's not something that got taken off in this shop here. That was never off before. That was just something that, well, GM, I guess. I don't know. It's not about blaming anybody for anything. And what it amounts to is right there, where I'm hitting the light, the tip of the light. I can't get the camera in there any better than when I got it right there, right now. That's as good as it gets. There's one bolt right here. There's one bolt up there. And it gets angled just right there. Up there, there's another bolt. These, I'll need to still clean the threads, but they appear to be okay. I'm going to see about the first thing I'm going to do before we even get to planning on drilling the other one out. That's what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to see if we can drill that out. But anyway, before I even do that, I'm going to clean those threads up, and then I'm going to investigate if it is possible to put a little bit longer bolt in the bracket than what came in it from the factory. I'm going to see how deep these holes go. We'll clean them up, and then we're going to drill that right there out. Hopefully put the next size bigger bolt in it, and we'll Loctite crap out of it, and hopefully that won't happen again. I'll bring you along on this one. Let me clean that up, pause that camera up. And also, yes, this vehicle has quite a substantial oil leak. We're going to make the customer aware of that. It's the valve cover gasket up top. The best that I can tell, this is pretty oily, though I have a hard time telling, but it is definitely running from the top down. One of the problems one of the problems these cars have is the oil drain back from the turbocharger, and guess what? This one's got the problem too. Can you get the light up there? Maybe we can see that. That may be where the oil is coming from, so I may have spoken too soon. Let me flip the screen. I don't know what you can see and what you cannot see. I keep flipping the screen back and forth. Hopefully you can see that. Right there where all the oil coming from. We're going to have to check these fittings down there. We're going to have to make sure that we don't have a leak right there. So we'll have to address that. That we will check. He's going to want to check. I know he will, so I don't have to ask the customer about that. But anyway, we'll give that a look-see here in just a second. Oil feed line, by the way. That seems to be the problem. You probably can't see nothing. Good Lord, missed the hole. Missed the whole thing a couple of times. I'm not 100%. Okay, that sucks. I didn't want that to happen. I was hoping that bolt will hold in there a little bit better. What actually just happened, I mean, the bolt is actually loose in there, and now I'm going to have to go digging. I'm going to pause the camera. We're going to have to switch to a left-handed drill bit. Sorry folks, I'm at a loss. I cannot find my drill anywhere. I had some lefties, so I just used their standard drill bit, and I ground it to where it hopefully does something. I hope it'll latch on. I made it a very sharp point. Nah, that generally don't happen like that. That really normally does not happen like that. So this hole is wallered out, but with that much thread in the hole, we still may be able to get a bolt oh yeah, even it being aluminum, we've got, oh yeah, I just sunk that whole bolt in there, so even with it being aluminum, that still should grab on. We'll clean that up real good, get another bolt, test it and see how far I can get. I'm going to go as far as I can get it, of course. Should go without saying. Use the power tool here. Wow. I mean, we should be able to make that happen. It just now bottomed out. So that is in there a long, long ways. I mean, at least about that much to the socket. So, long, long ways. I think we can make that happen. Don't worry about it too much now. I've already cleaned the tops out, actually. And with that assembly right here, I'm not going to take any chances. We're going to put a red Loctite on there. That's the most potent stuff. Or if you have it available, they make a green. I have to look at it. I don't remember the number. Maybe out. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I'm actually out. But anyway. No, I'm not. It's a 609, a Loctite 609. This stuff here is green, and that's actually retaining compound is what that is. That's even more potent than the red thread locker, but anyway, I'm going to pause the camera up. I've actually got the customer coming in looking at this here, and we'll have to get with him for just a second and turn the camera back on. All right, I'm talking to the customer, showed him all that good stuff. Anyway, moving forward, we cleaned all that up. I get my bolt over here, at least the first one, and get it ready. I cleaned it with some brake clean, douse it with some red Loctite. You know, I mean, I blasted it with the red Loctite, so I do not want a repeat on this. So we'll put this bracket back on. Get that top bolt started, hopefully. Ooh, I hope this is going to work. Alright, get the bolt on the other side. So, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up a little bit so we know that it's actually going to tighten. And yes, that bracket did get tight, so that's not bottomed out. We can use that as is. I'm gonna try to find an even longer bolt, my bolt bit here. Let's see if we can get this one in. I'm gonna have to loosen that back up a little because I snugged it up already. I'll loosen it up a little. Let's see if we can get that one in and do the same thing. Make sure that the bracket can actually tighten up. And that one cannot. This is bottomed out, so we have to be careful with that. Well, that bolt is too long. Still be quite a bit longer than the factory bolt that was in it. I mean, you can see how much is sticking out, so that shouldn't be no question on that. And again, this actually tightened up. All right. Whoa. Definitely don't want to strip that out. That is pretty tight right there. And that one there we can tighten up real good. That's cast iron, like I said, in the back, and it's in the aluminum housing in the front. So, but even at that, I mean, that's pretty good torque on that bolt. I'm not going to use a torque wrench on that. I want to torque it just by go by feel, get as much as I can get on it. And show you this whole entire setup. So this is why I said when we replace the AC compressor, this is how that works. There's one bolt here, and one on top. So and not to mention, customer going to watch these videos as well. So all the AC lines and everything still intact. I guess I can throw that in there as well. I did not take the AC lines off or anything like that. We did the whole thing by just removing the compressor. Be very careful, that is aluminum. That's not on it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I wanted to share with you. Go ahead, go topside, put the belt and tensioner on there. I guess I'll bring you along for that as well. Pause you up. Okay, so I don't know what I missed here. Once again, on the belt, put your belt on, tensioner, put tensioner bolts back in, E12 and E14 inverted torque socket. I took the motor mount off the engine, 3 bolts on the actual motor part of it, 15 millimeter headed, 3 bolts over here on top, 2 bolts that go to the frame, 1 nut in the back. This camera turned off, that's why I'm repeating. I got to do some other things. We're going to put the air filter housing back in here, replace it, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off for this. I mean, that's basic trivial stuff right there, so I'm not going to film that. I'm going to waste the time. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave me some comments in the comment box. We'll see you on the next one.